And we are streaming. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tiles of Confusion for the 11th of June, 2021. How are we all doing? I am going fine, Draconis, although I am about 6 pounds lighter because I finally had a haircut. Beyond that, though, yeah, everything's good. We have two people already queued up, Solar and Prospero, so I will join the queue. Next person in, we will have the opening game. Hello, John. How are we doing? Right. Oh, also, as a random bit of sideways news, I've finally updated the darn table. It is. I don't think I've done it for about 4 weeks, so there have been some changes. Nothing too significant. Kyrill's still leading. Demo is breathing down his neck, and I have floating away somewhere in the middle in third place. At least comparatively in the middle. But hey, we'll see if we can improve that here. Actually, let's just bring that over. Yeah, no worries. I assumed you were, but obviously I don't want to, wasn't going to confirm things. But hey, you are always, as I mentioned, ready. Welcome to join matches if you want to, or if you just want to observe and ask questions, that's fine too. I would ask you not to give away any specific details about that game in progress if I'm building towards a certain hand. You are allowed to ask general questions about things that the table would be aware of. So why did I discard the 6, for example? In which case I would then obviously explain to you verbally without using the text, but the other players in the game we asked to be muted and minimized, so they can't see what I'm talking about and wouldn't be able to hear me anyway. Other than that, we're fairly informal here. We're just indeed, I basically lost it all. We're fairly informal here about the rules. It's just, if I'm on for a massive hand, saying you need the 6-pin is not exactly a nice thing to be saying in chat. Because they are allowed to read chats. That is an allowance I do make. Because it's fun to, have some back chat. I know, it's you know what? I haven't had a haircut previously for about a year and a half. It's kind of nuts. Oh boy. But anyway. Hello, Piffles. You have joined us and are the 4th player. So I have auto matching on. I had not realized I'd put auto matching on, but it is fine. We will start up, and I will turn that off now. Because I normally like to give people a bit of warning, but hey. Alright, update, so auto-matching is now off. Indeed! I've just lost it all. That's all that's happened here. I've lost it all. Right, let's see if we can have this stream without the issues that were plaguing us last week, and see how we go. We went straight in, so it's looking encouraging. So, Prospero's, Piffle, Solar, and myself. Let's go. Starting south, off Seat Wind. 6, 7, 8 Sand Q is our high end, potentially. 1 Dora. I mean, that's not terrible, in all honesty. We'll go 1 man to start with. Have a turn to try and get some bonus pairs, and if that doesn't happen, we'll start getting rid of them. Well, we'll pull out with green, since 1 is out. 4's not the worst draw there, not strictly helpful in terms of what we're building, but hey, I can build either side of that. If I draw a 3 or a 5, that gives me the slight run on. Or I can just draw a pair of them. I mean, that's fine as well. So white's been played. South, we're going to hold on to longer because it's our wind. 1 is out, but, it's ours. It's more likely to be a good stealth weight later on. No benefit to calling the west. Don't get any Yaku out of it. So we will hold off for the time being. 2-pen. That's fair. Alright, so both wests have gone, so we have no ability to do any improvement with this, but it means we've got 2 guaranteed safe tiles for later in the game. Alright, Piffles with the early attack. Calls for 9. It could be Manzu Honitsu. So Manzu 1 suit, or half flush, so Manzu suit and honors. It could be an outside hand as well, but it's a bit, we don't have a lot really to go off with this. Get the west an extra turn now. Oh, okay. Does Sailor really want a pair, or is he on a cheat toy hand? I mean, this is judging information from what he's saying in chat, which is never a good idea. I'm going to cut the 9 here. There's no tangible benefit to us keeping 6-9 versus 6-8 in terms of things. We still need a 7 to improve it, but now if we draw a 5, we can get rid of the 8 and improve things that way. But we have a triplet of 4, so if he is going for the Honitsu, which he hasn't discarded any Manzu tiles yet, this could be a sticking point. Either way. So I think Solo's on a Chitoitsu hand, based on his comments here. And we got 2 wests as safe tiles. We've got south as a safe tile as well. We'll throw south first. And we're just going to play 2 wests. We're not the dealer here, so we don't have to attack this hand particularly. If he sumos, we lose less points than the dealer, so we basically go up a position. Mono is in the queue! Hello, sir. It's been a long while. You have a mountain to catch back up. I should probably post what the mountain is at the moment, but hold on. Give me a moment. So yeah, prior to this game beginning, that is the current table, and that is how the state of affairs is. Chiral is 433 points, Demo 378. I am a bit away, and then it continues on from there. Anyway, 9-so was the deal in. It wasn't Chitoi. Reaching for 1. I'm surprisingly worried about the red 5s, the Wests in that case, unless he just didn't have a pair and just drew 8-pin, 8-pin straight after that. Well, either way, Mungan down, then we have a very good starting hand. Double Dora. Things are connected up. We'll wait a turn, see if we can double east or double white. Indeed, it's been a long while. Currently the only other person around who's playing, so you might have to wait a bit for this. That is a great draw. Alright, we can play white here. Technically we should play east because it's the more risky tile, but drawing a second one means we can potentially go into other things. We can also discard this to go for Tanyo, since, you know, unless we get the pair of east, it's not worth a lot to us as a pair. Test positionings. Oh, we got a possible Itsu on here as well, so we got pair, run, pair. I'm going to discard east. Yeah, third turn, discard east. I'd love to pair up Vidora here, because that gives us a 4-7 weight. 4-7 pin 2 Tanyo Dora 3. Which as dealer is pretty much ideal. Don't want the 4-so. 7 pin would be okay, actually, because 7 pin would allow us to have Ishanten. Actually, would it allow us to do that? Just working this out here. Yeah, we'd still be Ishanten, but again, it'd be an Ishanten that we could use Vidora for. So, also we can't get Tanyo because we've got the 9, of course. So it'd be a 4-7 reach Tanyo Tampin Dora 3 if we draw the 8. Making this Tanyo would be just a case of getting rid of the 9s and 1s, or this 9 really. So yeah, I mean we're in a strong position here. This is the kind of hand I'd like to see as a dealer. 1 pin. See, there's a minor argument for keeping it, but we'll stick with the current plan. Because the other option we could do with this hand is the possible Itsu. If we can get a 2 or a 1 man, preferably 2 man, we could potentially cuss the Dora to upgrade to Itsu, which is worth 2. 1 Dora is worth 1, and Itsu is worth 2. So that would potentially give us a path to, you know, make the hand more valuable by discarding 1 Dora. Of course, if we draw a second Dora, that's not really relevant anymore. Oh, okay, we got that. So this gives us 5, 6, 7, 3 sequences. This is reach on Vidora, or we reach for Vidora. So what do we want to do here? Reach on Vidora button for Dora 2, or do we go for the pin? Yeah, we get a reach pin 2. We get pin 2 out of this, so it's the same value with the exception and a better weight. 5 to 4. And also we discarded Vidora, so you know that's at least showing something that I've got a hand that's worth doing this with, I guess. We'll see. 3-6 pin then. No Manzu discarded, so there's that aspect of the thing going on. So they're playing Suji, Prospero playing safe. But yeah, we have had basically no Sozu in our hand, but there's no way for them to know that. I mean, to be fair, it's fine. But reach pin through 1 as dealer is absolutely fine. I just didn't want to reach on the Dora only. But it does appear that people are respecting the Riichi at this point. And I've probably telegraphed Sozu as absolute safe at the moment. But hey. Mono. You know Mono lies. Oh, Piffles is pushing. Plays the 8-so. Interesting. 8-so push. So I wonder if he's hit Tenpai. Or he's run out of safe tiles and he's now just going with that. Nope, definitely not. I could say not Tanyo, but I don't want to give things away here. Crossroad discarding Doris. He's out. Ah, we would have hit the sumo. We'd have gone the other way, Riichi. That we'd have reached sumo Dora too. Oh well. Oh well, it's fine. I get a repeat. I pick up 4,000 points. I will take that. Somebody wants to deal him right now. Piffles just discarding Sozu, so I imagine he's out. That was my last chance to draw anything. Does Solo go for a last-ditch Tenpai with a 6 or a 3? No. Of course he doesn't. Yep, no Tanyo. No Tanyo. Yeah, so I had a 9 in my hand, so I didn't have that. Alright. I mean, it seems disappointing I didn't win that, but, you know, these things happen. True, but again, it was technically 5 versus 3, so it was the odds were in my favor with that one, but you know, ultimately it did what I wanted to do. It forced the other 3 players out of the hand, and you know, pick up some points. Right, what do we want to do with this? We're playing 9. I don't know what we're building towards with this, unless we get lucky and draw another East soon. 2-5 gives us the sequence. We could possibly see this again, potentially, but this isn't as nice as the last hand. We'll have to actually do some construction with this one. Yeah, 5 pin's okay. So that connects things up. So we only got 2 loose tiles, technically speaking. Gonna play East now. Yeah, it was always a gamble that was going to happen, but we want to make sure that's for a call rather than for a win. Yeah, and Piffle's also attacking. We do see a white dragon, so that should be okay to play. Is Piffles on a 1-seat hand? Piffles is on a 1-seat hand. Okay. Well, we're going to play white. We know green is safe to Piffles, but we're going to assume then Itsu Nomi from... Well, actually, no. It could be Honitsu. It could be Chinitsu. So that could potentially be a big hand over at Piffles, but it's easy enough for us to deal with, potentially speaking. So if we draw a 2-man now, we would technically be able to cut the 9-pin and get to Tenpai that way. I kind of think I should play the 1-man now, but we're going to hold off and play 9. Somebody does see meme hands. We're going to play our 9s out. And we draw 1. Okay, so that sequence, pair, sequence. Got rid of another pair, which we'd have had to do anyway. So we're now back to Ishanten. Oh, I don't like that. That is a really bad draw right now. Now, in truth, Piffles has already played that, so he might not need a second. But I'm going to play 4-so here. This is not ideal. Could be Honroto. No, it can't be Hon. Well, Solo would have to be the Honroto. He can't be Honroto with this. So potentially going to Ipeiko Nomi at some point. There's only one free left, so that would be a hell wait. Against free, playing a 1. We know where all the frees are. Yeah, we know where all the frees are. This is fine. It's a pair weight, so we know where all the frees are. We're gonna worry people. So Riichi, Peiko, Pinfu. There we go. Riichi, Peiko, Pinfu. Now, the reason we were able to get away with that, again, is because we knew where all the frees were. So that meant the 1 was definitely safe from that. Had to be done. Had it not have been guaranteed, I might have played it more casually there and tried to go around things. Maybe go thing, but I don't know. Anyway, south. Sanshoku, Yaku, Haidora 2. Fair enough. To be fair, this is the third and worst of the hands we got in our dealer turn, so need a bit of luck here. Hey, I'm quite glad I killed the Chinitsu that was potentially on us. Hey, way to kill a big hand, win a small hand. But the weight was reasonable, so... Alright, we'll play East here. This is a really terrible hand so far. So we need two definite sequences, 3 definite sequences. Yeah. Pair of 2s at least. And, okay. That's slight improvement. No new players today. We do have a new player, but nobody's around at the moment. Demo's the only person queued up. Let's cut the 9-7. Yeah, there was a new player earlier today, but we only have one person in the queue, so we're going to have to wait for that. Currently, it looks like Mono and Demo are going to play the next game regardless, and it'll then probably be an observation round from me, because, you know, I've learned not to play against Mono. That way lies madness and disaster. Okay, not the worst. We're gonna probably drop that anyway. So we're actually Ishanten with this. So Ishanten Dora 1. Not the best of weights, whichever way we do this. Chiral here. I haven't actually seen Chiral, so I don't think he's around at the moment. He might be, but Chiral is currently top of the table by a small margin to Demo, who is here, and then a bit of a gap bound to me. Alright, let's play the 2-so now. So this gives us a few options, depending on how this goes with this. We can still Tenpai if we now draw a 1 or 2, 4, 6. So, but potentially puts us into the pair weight, which is probably better. Might not be better anymore. Let's work this out here. Let's go 3-pin. So we can probably play the 1-pins if we need to for this, but obviously I'm now looking to see if we can incorporate this Dora. And now we're looking to just fold out. Well, that'd be a hell of a deal in. Okay, no. 2 reds have been played, we'll play the 3rd red. 2 save tiles. I mean, to be fair, you can't even really be thinking about Nageshi until you get to about here. Until you're into the 3rd row, Nageshi is just, you know, is a pipe dream. It is also an impossible hand, as I've mentioned a couple of times. Also, I've just realised this is a double Dora. So we have additional things to worry about. Well, we're still safe for the moment. 1 pin. Safety versus both players is a little more awkward, but... Ah, Riichi Patsu. We lose a bunch of points here. We had 8 that we could play for safety. That. All right, just a Mangan. Not ideal because we lost the 4,000 points we gained from our first thing. It equalizes the game. We're still leaving our dealer turn in the lead, so I'll take it. But you never want to see a Mangan from a player while you're dealer. Nangan Sumo, anyway. Back in the game, indeed. And that's the other point of the equation. He's back in the game. Meanwhile, we got a fast but awkward hand here. Multiple pairs. Potential double sequence. I mean, we're 2 away from Tenpai, so it's not ridiculous. I'm curious about that one. So curious, in fact, that I'm going to play the 7 pin. So we got 2 closed weights that I think that one gets us to Tenpai discarding that. That one doesn't, but it means I'll then just play my West and go for something else. South does nothing. I mean, reaching on for the 5 isn't a great play most of the time, but I'd probably take it if it comes up now. Pair of 1s. Okay. So we got backdoor 7 pairs option. We got just drawing West 8 for a reach only. Pair weight. Which is slightly worse now. That's unfortunate, because if we'd have kept going with this, we'd have been better. As it is. Yeah, so this is a little bit of tile efficiency mistakes here. Maybe I should have played the West from the start, since they weren't around wins. 7 pin was always likely going to be better. Yeah, I feel mistakes have been made with this hand. Okay, we're going to play West. So this now does put us in a for 10 trap. But, you know. We have to drop a pair there, and West is the safest pair to drop. Double Dora. So now 4-7 puts us into a Pinfu Double Dora situation. Which is the situation we're going to aim for. We're going to aim for this now. So most likely this means we're going to be reaching on the 7, but we could have got Itsu out of this, I'm thinking now. Nah, we'd be miles away even with that. And since Piffles kind of wants some dot tiles, I mean, he's definitely playing this as if he's going for Chanter, so this is awkward here. So a call has just been made, so I'm going to assume Tenpai and cut the 9 here. We're going to cow it out of this one. We're going to respect the dealer call late in the game. Also the fact that the White Dragon was played when it wasn't safe, so Pibbles has to be Tenpai as well. Well, that was the tile I was going to go with, and it's fine. Yeah, it's what we're going to play next. One North Flayed. Prospero shouldn't want it, but Dora free. Well, in that case, we're playing the 1. So how do we backdoor into Tanya with this? Our hand has gone just about everywhere with this one. There's our 7 pin. This is just a hand to analyze and weep, I think. But I have for a 10 reach or for a 10 reach. Oh, good God. Return Dharma. I should reach. I do Dora free. What am I doing? I'm reaching. Now, next turn I reach. I'm going to see my wit now, but, you know. Unless I draw a free man, the fourth free man, there is nothing I can do here. Screw it. For a 10 reach. This is in a stupid set of hands. Go on then. No. One bit safe. Dora free, reach Tanyo. Hi, terrible. I'm mono. If there's any hand that sums up better lucky than good, that hand is it. That is probably the worst I've played a hand of Mahjong in a considerable amount of time. Oh well, Hanneman. And what are we rewarded with? A fast hand. Again, I don't know if he understands the full implication of that silly hand, but I was for a 10 about 4. How did you have that? How did I not have that? I for a 10 at least. Oh boy. I for a 10 trapped myself to oblivion and jam. So he might cut the door here, but of course we're relying on getting this red and running away with it at this stage. And we're still 2 away, so it's not urgent that we call. And Dragon Only is not actually that good a hand. Well, we discarded the sequence. Okay. Well, now we definitely don't have to call, so we got potential reach on Medora. Although we've seen 2 8s go by, so this might not be the best thing in the world for us. Could potentially call this, cut Medora, go into the weight, I suppose. Okay, we'll take the call for Tenpai. Yeah, I mean, it's not valuable, but I'm fine at the moment, so we'll keep an eye on what Piffles is doing. Piffles doesn't want Sozi, doesn't want Manzi tiles, he's going for Sozi Honitsu. So as long as we can work around that, we should be fine. And the reason I've got call still turned on is we can potentially calm this red if we're feeling spicy. We're feeling spicy. No, Rinchan. I know. Maybe I'm not in Tenpai. You want to consider that, Mono? Maybe I'm not in Tenpai. You know what? I'm playing so ridiculous. Let's do this. Let's do this. You know Mono lies. Also, hello, Warlock. How are we doing? We are playing silly because the jam demands it. The question is, can we get Sankansu? No, because an off's already out. So we'd have to get even more ridiculous luck to do this. Also, I need to turn calls back on because... Oh no, free pin's been played. Darn it. Now, I know what you're thinking here. I don't want to play Sozu, so we're not going to. We're not going to. Well, there's a Riichi. We can play the Tuso, so we at least have one safe-ish tile. Who is going to go for a Sanso right now, though? Well, not me. I can go 2-pin. Sumo or Khan? No, I mean, it worked. I don't think that's terrible. Reach Sumo's Dora. I mean, what's wrong with that? I know Mono's got you under the impression that you should, disbelieve everything, but Anyway. Mono, say your piece about this hand. Oh, here's a question. Yeah, I'll play green. A lot of tiles get us there. That was one of them. Good. We're away. 8 winners. Hooray! IRL Mahjongs. Had Solar made a discard up to that point? Is that Solar's first discard? Oh well. I don't get the Apatsu because calls have happened. This is extremely nice. This is nice on a ridiculous scale. Having a turn is optimal. Yeah, Solar genuinely didn't have a turn before the reach. Oh boy. Yeah, I had a monster hand, unfortunately. Reached Dora 4. Well, dealer turn again. Let's just get a 10-ho and be done with the jam today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not a Kokushi hand. Oh, this is not a Kokushi hand. I'm not sure what this hand is, but we're going to go start with 7-pin. I'm probably not, Nah, we're gonna play East. I've memed a lot today, Mono. I can't meme again. Also, it looks like Solo might be trying it as well. We're gonna play this semi-legit by keeping this red dragon for the entirety of the game and just, hoping we can do something with it. Nageshi does, in fact, not exist. This is extremely true. Okay, so Solo with a dragon push. I mean, if Solo wants to go all in on this hand and just win it, I've got no problem with that. But this hand was not bad enough to go for the proper meme, sir, unfortunately. Okay, let's call and go for a pair there. So I'm still looking at 2, 3, 4 as a potential out here, but I've got a feeling this is kind of doomed. Could you just Sunbind someone and leave me second? I wish. I do wish, actually. Yeah, we'll get 2-man here. Can't do anything with this one. As far as I'm aware. You know what? I think we're out. With that. 2 calls. Yeah. I think we're out of this one. It seems early, and I'm not really massively keen on this fold, but I think given the amount of awkward tiles I would have to discard to get there now, maybe I'm putting too much on these. Maybe he's going for the half flush and just isn't there yet, but it could be just a Tanya attack, in all honesty, which is what I'm assuming it is at the moment. Solar had an iffy start and he's now going in, which suggests a reasonable hand, possibly Honitsu on the Manzi tiles, but yeah, we're just gonna pass this game. I'm gonna be passive. Having the red dragon that I can't do anything with is also not helpful, so okay, Solar's got a hand. That confirms two things. One, Solar has a hand. Two, he is going for whatever happens here. You're not wrong, but you know, this something's up with Fiffles' hand here. We're just gonna play it casually for the moment, and you know, play out safe tiles after this as much as we can. That being said, we might actually still hit Tenpai here. We get a chance to call. Maybe I go for it now. Who knows? Oh no, I've got two safe E's. I've got two safe 8s, so we'll go on. 6 is safe in one direction, 3 is safe this... no, there's Videlian. Okay, we're fine with that. Tanya Nomi. Okay, now I can just win to my heart's content, and I have 2 Dora again. So let's see if we can get one more, and Smith PW is the name if you see him. No worries. Honitsu Mongan, why? Because that's... You wanted to make you dealer. Surely that's fine. Alright, Prospero's on the attack. Prospero hasn't been able to do anything all game, unfortunately, with all the shenanigans going on. But we'll see if he can make something of the last hand here. Be tempted to call that you know, we haven't got things confirmed. We'll do things in the correct order. 9 for the moment. Since it's now very likely we're going to be using this as our pair. Okay, there's one. Give Solar another draw. Oh, that was a misclick. Alright, well, we'll hope that actually pays off for us now, because that was a misclick. I don't want to be in an 8-3 pair weight, but that might be what we end up doing. Alright, that slightly improves our chances. So we can go 4 into a 9. First for a 10, because I just got over 9 earlier. But 2 7s are out. Safe to 2 players. Okay, well, we'll see. Not the worst, but, you know, I definitely misclicked there 2 to 3. Oh, that might be punishment coming in. We'll find out at some point. In the meantime, though, West. There's no point in us not gambling right now, because, unfortunately, as much as West was it? 7 is not going to be a great discard against this hand. Mind you, nothing I've got is a great discard against this hand. Go on then. Riichi and 2 Dora. Okay. So 7 was likely to be the only thing we could have done there is discard the 2 8s. And they weren't guaranteed either. Anyway, last hand then. 16k lead. We're okay with this mostly. Let's see what Prospero can do in his last hand. Or last hands. So I can't say I played this game particularly well, but I've come out with a win, so can't all be that bad. So from this perspective, just try to kill the game off if we can. If we can't, hold on to some value. Well, value or value. Let's go 9 pin for the moment. Since 8 gives a sequence there anyway, so... Hello, Rise. How are you doing? You've missed some great moments of confusion. Just gonna say that now. Alright, Prospero calls south. So has his thing prepared. We might have to toss Dora here. Which is not looking nice. There's unfortunately our double white. If it makes a second call, we cannot discard Dora. Yeah, we can't discard Dora anymore. Could be a Honitsu as well. Well, let's get 9 pin again. Missy Yakimi, indeed. Oh, third east. So currently Demo and Rise queued up, but this game is very nearly about to end. Unless Prospero goes on an all-out attack here. So it looks as if he's just going for a south only. We also know where all the 7s are, but that doesn't help with our current layout of things. West is live. Let's not risk it right now. Yeah, I'm too far away to really do it, and I can't discard Fedora anyway, so we're going to play red 5. Well, Solo's advancing, which I'm not objecting to. We can play 7, which is safe now. Forso, which we also know is safe at least to Prospero. We can afford to deal into Solo. Oh, there's the win. Well, no, feeding Prospero does nothing because we repeat now, but... If it was any other player, I'd probably be thinking about the feed, but yeah. Prospero means we go again. Let's hold off a turn on those, play the 9. Since we're probably going to end up using 8s as pair. North's reasonably safe start for the game because it's the indicator. And 2 Dora East immediately pass. I'm not sure why Prospero would play that turn 1. But hey. Okay, this is fine. Well, I say it's fine. Piffles could overtake me with a big enough hand here. 69 is not an insurmountable gap. If he's got double South Honitsu, that's 4. It only take a couple of Dora for him to actually push over the top, although he has discarded one. Could have reds. A red, anyway, if he's going the Honitsu route. Well, he might just have to try and win faster. I hope that somebody else gives him the points, because I don't think he's going to win a Buyman with that set. And also, very unlikely at Honitsu with a 2-4 play early. Red 5. Okay, can we Chitoitsu this nonsense? We're about to find out. 4-so is not a bad weight as it goes. We got the Suji side of it. 8's on the outside. 4's also a Suji, so the 1. One 8's just played. Six, not helpful. We'll play 6. Only a single 1-pin has been played at this point. Okay. So just doing some mathematics here. A tile that one out, especially if it's a terminal, is usually an okay thing to be waiting on. But especially as he might be on an outside hand, but he did discard one, so who knows. Okay. Kind of going against my own theories here, but 7 seems a little risky. I mean, it's fine feeding into Piffles as long as he doesn't have anything fine, but, you know. All last is only the beginning. This is very true. I also should not have calls on right now, so I'm turning those off. So 5 more draws to try and complete Chitoitsu, sorry. But Prospero deals in, which is absolutely fine by me. Okay, well, Piffles had a nothing hand then. And he is able to secure second. I was expecting a bit more of a fight from you, sir. But hey, we take the win. Plus 48. And I've earned some small coppers. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go and do an analysis game here after this one. So, currently we have Demo and we have Rise who are waiting, so they will continue on. Mono was around. I don't know if Mono still wants to play. I mean, it wouldn't take that much. Okay, Mono does want to play. So this is going to be a random roll-off between the other 3 players here. So I have a weird D6. Prospero 1-2, Solar 3-4, Piffles 5-6. And I have rolled off the table. I have rolled a 1, so Prospero will go first, and we're off. So I will probably start a second game when it comes off, but first I have to do a midstream interruption type thing. So bear with 2 moments, please. Isn't the bag of fluff so cute? Yeah, so this is our new kitten, Artie. Or Arthur. Yeah. Eh? What do you have to say to people? Yeah. My game seems out of... Oops. How do you stay there a moment? What has been going on? My game seems to be frozen. Oh dear. What do the squiggly tiles do? Goodness knows. Has the game started, or is it just doing a weird thing? I've just paused the game. Yeah, little Arthur. His mother's a bit shy, so I'm not bringing his mother out at the moment. But yeah, I've paused the game, so hopefully that should do things. But yeah, this is little Arthur. Oh. I would bring out the mother as well, but my mother's quite shy. These are both kind of foster cats, really. So, all right. Well, Artie wants to get back, so I'm gonna go and put him back, and I'll be able to observe something when this resumes. There we go. Demo's DC. That's fine. Is the game paused, or it's just being a bit weird at the moment? Cool name. Yeah, indeed. Arthur and Nimue, just because Arthurian legends. Officially, though, and as my wife insists, although I don't necessarily agree with, Arthur Christmas. But I disagree with that one. Although I do love the movie. Anyway, I'm much more into the Arthurian legend type things. Anyway, we'll teach Artie how to play Mahjong later in his life. But he's only, how old is he? 11 weeks, I think, at this point. So he's still in the process of having a confined room and exploring the house in controlled bursts. But yeah. Alright, well, unfortunately, I can't do too much here if that game is paused. I can't do observations because the game is in progress. So, impromptu AMA. If we have one more person joining, I can at least start a game up in the meantime. Failing that, though. More cat talk, I guess. Actually, did I turn the auto-matching off? I'm fairly certain I did because of things. We could start another game. I am happy to restart it if it comes to it, but we do need one other player if we want to do a side game. Yeah, no worries. If we need to restart, I can close the game down and restart it with that exact lineup. So, I mean, I was having all the issues last week with this kind of thing, so don't worry about it. It happens. Indeed, as Rice says, you have been infected by my bad luck last week. Mono, you don't need feeding. People will just insist on doing it anyway. Alright, no worries. Well, in the meantime, I'm actually going to do a thing I don't normally do. I'm going to update the score tracker live. Right. Or relatively live, anyway. Largely because I won, of course. That's the only reason. Right, so 48.7. Piffles goes +4. That's 4.1. Or doesn't get any points because of it. Oh, he's in. Okay, he's in. All right, then ignoring this, I'll have to adjust that at some point. And restore. Good luck all. Again, I'm going to update the tournament tracker while I do this. I mean, top 10's not that difficult, let's be honest about this. As long as you have a positive score, you've got a reasonable shot at getting up there. It's getting into the high levels that's difficult because you lose a lot of points. I'm not. Okay, I will re-pause it then. Hold on. Pause. Well, hopefully not too much has happened there. Solar loses 2020. And Prospero loses 32.6. I now have no points again. Yep, this does in fact happen. Yeah, it's about maintaining consistency as much as you can, but in all honesty, you lose points in second place in the way the league is currently set up. But winning is much more valuable. It's how long you keep your wins going before you lose, I guess. So top score Z to A and games A to Z sort. Alright, so I'm on the highest points total I've been all season, and I'm 134 points away from Cairo. Finally in. Okay, good. I mean, there have been examples based on things. So restored. Fine for Cairo instead. That is what I tried to do. I mean, he had a bad week. And you know what his bad week consisted of? 2 games, he lost 40 points. That was it. I'm saying you can lose points in second. You didn't actually. You gained +4. But it's not uncommon. Just looking at, say, match 80 from last week, for example. Prospero finished second in that game, but because of the way the points tallies went around, he actually lost 1.2 points. Because he was below 30,000. If you get second place, you need more than 30,000 points to score positive. Is what I believe the current layout is. I might be wrong about that. Somebody will confirm that with me at some stage. But anyway. I've still got to wait about 5 minutes because I don't want to show people the game that's currently in progress. In fact, if you guys can tell me when East 1 is over, then I can start watching. 25, wasn't it? Yeah, you're on 29... 29.1, I think you were on. Yeah, so you're on 29.1, so you gained 4.1. You were 4.1 over the 25 threshold. Okay, I can't remember the scores. Hold on. Let's check the logs. What do we actually end on? I probably should show off one thing here while we do this. And you did. You gained 4.1. Yeah, so the result there, 4.1. So where was that stupid game I had? Yeah, basically. By the time it calculates it out. Okay, so was this the stupid hand I got here? Is this the multiple for a 10? No, this is not the multiple for a 10. This is just me being ridiculous, as always. It was one of these. It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so... Actually, when was it? Yeah, this was so silly. So basically, we start this off. We have a very nice starting hand. And I decide, you know what? The best idea to discard here is, rather than one man, which is clearly the best discard looking at it post-game, I discard 7-pin. Why? I couldn't possibly tell you. Except they drew the 6, so therefore, double run. I'm not roasting you at all. I'm roasting myself here at this point. So that changed my plans. I thought, okay, I've got the possibility of 2 double runs going on here. Let's kill the 7 here, because I can get rid of the 3, 10 by one way or another. Alright, moving on 2 more turns. I draw another pair of 1s. I'm thinking, okay, fine. We can cut the 3 as well. There we go. I'm kind of in the same place, just hoping for pairs. Yeah, no, I'm not... I'm absolutely arguing here. It's awkward because I'm relying on the pairs too much. I didn't draw an 8. So from here, I decide to just cut the 6 and completely kill my losses here. So for these 4 discards in this hand, yeah, things have been definitely weird. Anyway, I then draw on turn 5 a 9-pin. So I decide to cut the west pair. If I'd have cut the west pair from the start, none of this would have happened. Absolutely none of this would have happened. Anyway, I then draw another Dora. So, okay, that's fine. I'm cutting it on the west path. I can cut the 1, go in for a 2-5 weight down the line, or potentially for a 10 trap myself here on the 7. We then draw the 7. What do? I decide, alright, we'll lean into it. We'll still go for the 10 trap. We're probably still cutting the 7, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. What could possibly go wrong here? I draw a 1-pin. Absolutely nothing changes. That is fine. The 1-pin, I have no problems with. So Solar is attacking here as well. and we draw a 7-man here. So again, we decide, all right, 7-man I feel is dodgy. We've had 2 calls in quick succession. 8 was late on Piffles. We'll wait off. As it happens, Piffles was nowhere in terms of his chance attempts, but I decided 7's a little risky. So I decided to go round it, cut the 9. We now have an opposing reach from Prospero, which also makes the 7 safe. So I play the 7. So my next draw is a third Dora. Okay, we're done. Okay, that's fine. So I can go into this once I finish my debrief of this nonsense. So I've now drawn Dora 3, which means I know where most of the value is on the table, and it's sitting in my hand. I cut the 1 on the basis of a 1-4-7. He's played a lot of high stuff. If it deals in, it's not valuable. We'll go for it. And we got the possibility of cutting for Tanyo. We then draw 7 pip. So I've discarded for 9, not 3 turns ago, to go for Tanyo, and then suddenly I get that. So we cut the North, which is called. It was a semi-risky tile, not lying. I then draw Tenpai. What do? I decide to Damarith return and realize this is a silly idea. I have all the Dora. I have all the value. We reach on my next tile. Oh dear. Yeah, because he would have had the 5-8. He'd been double for a 10 actually at that point. And then just jam. I mean, pairweights are unlikely and a few of them were out, but still. Yeah. That was the Hanneman we hit, and that was a microcosm of scattergun thinking, I think. Because, again, if I discarded the couple of West first, I probably wouldn't have discarded. I would have probably kept the 3, kept the 7. Oh, dear. Anyway, they've said that 1 is over, so I'm going to go into observation mode now. So, let's see. Oh, absolutely. Better luck than good. Better lucky than good, as always. Right, if we do get one more player, I will start another game between myself, Pipple, Solar, and them. But in the meantime, we're going to observe what happened at the end of East 1. And Rise has... Rise is looking at 7 pairs Dora here. Prospero... Whoops, get rid of that. Prospero looking for just a white dragon hand. A little ways to go. Demo is hoping for some red Yakuhai style things. And Rise gets his double Dora 7 pairs. Waiting on the 3 over the West. I grew a 3 over West because 2 of them are out. It might have been worth waiting a turn here. What's the RPG thing that's happening tomorrow? So the RPG thing that's happening tomorrow is Session 0 for Hackmaster the 5th edition. So, with Neighboring Pairs, keep it triple here. With Rise. I guess there's a chance of upgrading it to Suanko, and actually he could have done if he'd have kept the 2. He'd have at least got himself closer to, say, Toy Sanako. But hey, I'd have probably kept this Dharma. He has Dora, and 3-pin's not the best of weights. He doesn't have a Suji for it that seems safe against it. So this is probably going to go to the end without this being dealt in. I mean, even 6-man is a better weight because he's got the Suji to the 9. But anyway, as for the thing going on to... I mean, West is only 1 out, so... It did come out, admittingly. But again, that could have easily been safe playing to that. West wouldn't have been the worst weight. There's just a chance it doesn't come out of the wall. Which I guess is always a chance, but, you know. Anyway, as mentioned, the RPG thing happening tomorrow is Session 0, character creation for just a Swords and Sorcery level D&D style game, but by the people who made Aces and Eights and the people who made Old Style Hackmaster, which I absolutely loved as a game, because it was very much a bit of a spoof of Dungeons and Dragons in its main heyday, and it was definitely players versus killer GMs. And I played as the killer GM quite a lot. To be fair, it had moments of glory, it had moments of fun, and they kept a lot of that attitude in the 5th edition, which is really the 2nd edition. Again, they made it 4th edition because they were being weird. And yeah, we're just making some characters at this point. We might do, depending on how long that takes, because character creation can be a long process. It can be in all RPGs, especially if you're doing it as a group for a new game. We might do the initial encounter as a sort of practice run of how the game system works. But yeah, after that, next week, we will be doing a proper RPG style thing. Anyway, as expected, this free pin, which free pin weight hasn't paid off. Alright. Oh no, he did get it. Oh, nice. You got the Haite as well. Oh, I'll have to review that. What was the free pin played? Was that discard for Tenpai? Had to be discard for Tenpai, surely. Yeah, so he hit Tenpai waiting on the thing. Okay. Yeah, so I think Prospero just hit Tenpai with that draw. Still, it's a dodgy tile to get rid of at the best of times. Even for keeping Tenpai against a Reach, you don't really want to take that risk. Getting Tenpai at the end of the game is usually a good idea if you can do it safely, but you don't want to stretch. 1,500 points is not worth it. But anyway, with a Haite, that is a dealer Mongan for Rise, and he is off to the races. Meanwhile, let's see what everybody else is doing. He's got a good starting hand, actually. Has Rise. A couple of loose tiles, but other than that, everything looks pretty good for just a Tarn Pin hand with Dora. Prospero needs a recovery and has an awkward hand for it, really. Demo's made a Dragon Call already, has a Dora, has a couple of other pairs and sequences, so this is just a quick calling hand from Demo, who could take the lead of this. I mean, to be fair, it depends who wants to turn up and who wants to make characters, and then if you're interested in doing it, we will continue. I'm happy to do the session for anywhere up to 4 or 5, maybe 6 people. We're doing it on roll 20 at the moment, because we're doing this on roll 20. There's no actual reason for it, except for the fact that they have automated character sheets, and I know the system reasonably well, and I've actually been putting things on there for this session, so yeah. If you want to join us solo, that's absolutely fine. I'm more than happy to. It's 4 p.m. UK time. We'll be doing that. I'm probably going to stream character creation. I might not, if it comes down to it later down the line. I might do a private stream and then just... I don't know what I'm going to do. We might stream it, I might not. It's just depending on things, because it's not actually necessarily going to be that interesting. Just the character design and creation and things. Hello, Jongs. Chiral, I played the worst hand of Mahjong I have ever played. For return trapped myself at least 4 times. Won a Hanuman. So Mahjong's going really favourably for me. That being said, yeah, no, they're going really favourably for me. I just woke up with all the jam. Also, Chiral, you have missed Artie. You have missed Arthur. And for that, you have only yourself to blame. But also, how are you doing? No, I did a bit of analysis on it earlier in the stream and just basically how bad it was from a tile efficiency, for a 10 thinking, and then I reached at the wrong moment as well, just to top it off. Anyway, yeah, Chiral, we are one short if you want to join us. It'll be Solar Pipples, myself, and you if you want to join. And we were just discussing random Dungeons & Dragons style things. So Chiral's hit Tenpai here as well. So goes Dharma. So Ipeiko, Pinfu, Dora. Against the triple call. Yep, no worries. That's fine. So 6 free weights versus the 5/8 weight of Demo. So Demo's, I think, is slightly better, at least in terms of general tiles. The problem I think Rise has got is that most of the tiles are actually in Prospero's hand. Plainly. No, I hadn't quite got that fortunate with it. Alright, Mono is close, but obviously trying to get around things. Decides to delay Reach for 1 turn, goes for a 6 free. Demo can play the safe tile, and thankfully hasn't lost his Tenpai. Mono has the option of switching for 7 pairs here, but his options for switching 7 pairs aren't good. Decides to fold. Alright, Prospero then. Deals into Demo. That's unfortunate, because I think that was even a folding attempt here, but he had a really awkward hand. You would have approved of my play. Oh, thank you very much. I apologize if my use of language is not optimal. But briefly consider 13 orphans from 7. You don't want to consider 13 orphans from 7. I mean, the mathematics again. Oh, what has Demo lucked into? Sorry. So Demo has locked into a Reach Pinfu Dora hand here. Double Reach Pinfu Dora. Multi-sided. Yeah, this is ridiculous. And, well, best of luck to the rest of you here. Best of luck to the rest of you. I mean, yeah, this is the thing. If you need a Yakuman and nothing else will do, I mean, if it's late game, you're miles behind. Yeah. Well, let's see what anybody else can do against this, because that's a good weight. I mean, to be fair, 3-6 isn't likely to come out of the other players. But as far as he's concerned, it's a 7. There are 4 in people's hands, 4 in the wall. Unfortunately, everybody's going to be a bit slower about this. That's a brave risk of the... honestly, I think Rise, that was extremely brave to risk the Dora there. Alright, Kyle has joined. We're not going to see how this ends, unfortunately. But we have a game to go. So, enter. Prepare. So, Solar, Piffles, Chiral, myself, random seat, and go. Good luck to you all. I know, I did as well. We will go back and observe how that ended. Indeed. Good luck, have fun, and hopefully we can see if Cairo can lose some points here. I would have food as well. In fact, I do have food. I have some American hard games actually. But please have mercy, guys. I'm new here. Lies. Double Reach Haite Yakuman. I mean, the only way he'd be getting a Yakuman out of that is if there's a bunch of carnage going on. Which, in fairness, there could be. Alright, so Kairos are right. Solar across from me, Piffles on the left. And a hand that's not amazing, I've got to be honest, but... we can follow up. That certainly helps. So we got the 1-2 so. If we can get the other one, we're in the... not helpful. So I'll play the 8 there. Sorry, I'm musing to myself here rather than explaining what I'm thinking. So ultimately we're either going to have to cut the 1-3 or we're going to have to cut the 9-8 at this point. And I think with a triplet of 3s, we're probably going to cut the other way here, because we might now need the 8s as our pair. And if we draw a 2-man now, we technically have Tenpai on the 5-8. Double Reach Haite is Yakuman. No, it really isn't. There is no Double Reach Haite being a Yakuman. Not unless there's a bunch of Dora going on with it. Because really, that's only 3 Han. So... Not sure I like that. We can play East for the moment. So, 2 middle tile calls. I imagine it's just Tanyo. The question is, can we play the 7 against that? Possibly. I mean, it might be a club rule. There's a lot of club rules that just almost have no chance of paying off, so... But I wouldn't have thought so, not with that one. I'll play the 1-man here. Oh dear, something silly has happened. We're not going to calm this. I don't feel there's a massive benefit to it, and actually we've got a couple of safe tiles versus Cairo now, so... Alright, Cairo's off. Cairo is also dealer, of course, so pressure on. Oh, and that's a dealing. Okay, Hatsu Nomi, 1500, dealer repeat. Okay, so we could try for a Honitsu here, but we don't have a lot of backup Yaku for this one. And also, now we've got a Dora in Manzu, I guess we're going to ignore it. So play one pin, play some honor tiles, see what happens. I'm starting Hishansen for Handman and getting nowhere ever. Indeed. That unfortunately is Mahjong at times. Well, Sela doing everything he can to try and win that back. Yeah, we'll play North. We'll hold on to East for the moment, but... Oh, okay. So that's 2. We have 2 Dora. This isn't the worst hand in the world, unfortunately, but I think now against 2 calls, East is awkward. Not impossible, but awkward. Yeah, one side. Yeah, I think Tanyo is the best way for us to go with this right now because there's a lot going on. We'll sneak the 7 out while it's safe. Yeah, we can afford to fold this because, of course, Carl is the only person who cares if this hand is huge and he sumos. He's got an 8-bit Riichi. No Patsu. Well, I genuinely have a Yakum in hand. Goodness knows. But shenanigans. Okay, and Carol deals into Piffles for Tanyo only. So a couple of bit hands going back and forth here. Piffles takes the lead. We are in second by virtue of having done nothing all game. But we are only in East 2, so we've got time. Okay, opening card gives us 2 Dora. Interesting. So Carol must have a hand that he feels is worth it. We aren't a million miles away ourselves, you know. 2 away, I think. If we can luck into an 8-pin very quickly. So, Kyle going on that attack has to have Tanya or something. He is sitting north, so he could have Dora north. Which would be the worst thing he has, I guess. East is a possibility. We're going to go 2 here. So we're going to aim for maximum acceptance and hope somebody risks an East in a little bit, because otherwise we may have to. Thank you. I'm not that good, if I'm honest. At this point, I'm just holding my ground here. Nothing much is not able to do much. Okay, so we've got 9-4 pin as safe tiles. East we can't play. 4's a great draw for us. Oh, do I really want to consider going for this? 2 sequences, pair with... The problem is this east tile. If this doesn't come out, we can't advance, and I don't think we can advance on the 7 either. White Dragon should be fine. Door north. We're out. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is really bad for us, actually. That is better with 2. Oh, I'm debating some greedy things here. If we make the 7-pin pass, we can then try for things, I guess. Nah, north and north. Well, there's the hand. Alright, so that's me just telling the table here. Right. Chi. So I am risking this on an open Shinitsu right now. Plus Dora. So ideally we don't want to be doing too much else with this, but... Okay. Carning's helping. That gives me 2. This is a very aggressive start. But we are now Ishanten for Chinitsu, Dora 2. Possibly, if we get Itsu on top of that, that's actually bite. That's actually what? A ridiculous sum here. Oh my god, we actually hit Tenpai. So 4, 7, 8. Don't have the Itsu, unfortunately, with this one, but... But yeah, against two calls, Dora, this is kind of silly. But apparently there are other silly things going on. Yeah, it was quicker with a much faster hand. Oh well. We still haven't done anything all game. We're still on 25. Okay, dealer turn. What can we do here? Player North. Seems like a good start. Hane? No, I had 2 Dora. That was Bai. That was Baiman. Actually, no, it wasn't Baiman. 5 and 2, so no, it wasn't. But I could have. I don't need to tell them that. It could have been Baiman. It could have been. It wasn't, but it could have been. All right, so 3 pairs. Let's see what we can do with this. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Well, we can play safe for 2 at this point. Slightly awkward, but not much you can do in this position. You just gotta, unfortunately, play it out as much as you can. We got double south as well, which we might end up playing. Or can we backdoor into Chinitsu here? I don't know if we've got the ability to get around it, though. I mean, we've got Ipeiko, so we could always Ipeiko and something, but we then still have to drop the 6 against him here. I can't play Freeman. 9-pin is really... I don't know. I've got to play Souths. I don't have a better option right now. I want to attack this hand, but it just doesn't feel good. Well, we got the middle tile here. If we can draw a 9-pin, we actually have Tenpai if we can make the 5 pass. All the 5s are gone, though, in terms of what could be safe here. 555, 8, 8, something. Oh, this is awkward. I'm not Tenpai. I'm not going to be. Oh, I hate folding as the dealer here in this kind of position here, but if we overplay this, we just lose. So well, Freeman we now know is safe as well, so Riichis are fun. Well, that might get us Tenpai, because we can now go calling, but we still have a Sanzo we need to get rid of. Fibble's Bravery might actually put us back on the map with this. Okay, so Carol's gone for it as well. Yeah, we didn't have enough with that call. We'd have been one short. Well, that's fine. It's not the best because we were the only one checking out there, but there were some hands out there. Well, we've now done something in the game. We've lost the draw and put ourselves in third. Well, let's hope for a better South, because the East absolutely was terrible for us. This looks good, however. This looks promising. If we luck into an early 7-so... I mean, lucky into a 6-so would be fine here as well, actually, come to that. Okay-ish is all I ask for most of the time. All I ask for. Not interested in canning that. We can play the 7 pin here. I'm debating playing 8-man here. Actually, we're going to play 8-man. We're going to try and just lean this a bit more towards Ipeko. We're assuming the 1s at some point are going to be up here, but... Oh, we're giving Carol an in. He doesn't particularly need too many of those to go off, so we've got to be aware of that now. Yeah, maybe I could play the 9, but then that doesn't really leave me with a lot on the table at this point. I mean, even as it is, it's not a great hand. I also debate, yeah. Okay, so we've got Possibility back on. So, you know, there's that. It's not a good hand unless we get that, though. So, drop a 9. We have a reach on a 5-8, which wouldn't be the worst. Half suited what Carol's up to. We know Karo's not on any kind of Honitsu. He's played too many pin tiles for that in the early stages, so it's most likely going to be Tanya. Could be Tanya Dora. He could have a set of 6s, but... Acute reach. 5-9. 6-9, sorry. 6-9. No Patsu. But importantly, we're kicking Kyril off the dealer position. We would hope. Sumo, Ipeko. Reach Sumo, Ipeko. Pinpu. So near, well, 52. 52 is fine. That puts us back to 30k threshold, puts us within 2k of Kyril. This is acceptable. Alright, we've already had a better South round now. Triplet of the 1s. We'll play red, keep the South return. See what we want to do with this. So 2, 4, 6 is a nice shape. Got the 4, 7 there. Got 1 Dora attached to there. 1 South played. By the player who's sitting double South, so we can probably... Well, we'll get rid of it next turn cycle, most likely, unless we draw a pair right now. Yep. Not the worst of things for us. We don't want to count the 1s at this point. We'll keep the 6-man over the terminal tile for the moment. Might be useful for us. But really, we're just hoping here to draw 8 and 5 pin. Okay, let's go 9 pin for the moment. So we have a potential Sanshikyu here, 5, 6, 7, or 4, 5, 6. Both are possible. And probably cutting the 2, 4 so at some point in the eventual continuation of this hand. Well, we can definitely play safety first, so 6-man safe. 5 pin, unfortunately, is going to be out, which means this hand can't be finished. Not that way, anyway. We need to draw additional Dora. East both ways. So, I mean, he had a fast reach, so that probably explains the early South. That's all the 5s gone that we can potentially use. So this is now pretty dead. But we have a triplet of 1 so we'll play those out and see how things go from there. 1 so. I mean, 8-pin's not the worst, but we can't play 7. Not unless we get some help. We're not a million miles away from just having a Tanyo hand here. White is live, so that probably kills our hand. We can still play 6-man for relative safety, at least against Piffles. Don't want to tunnel vision too much. 2-pin is a safe tile. Right, thanks to Kairoth confirming that. We know we can't draw any more 5 pins, so if it is that kind of weight, it's a pair weight. We can then play 7-pin. Kyril has nice things. Oh, actually, Solar confirmed the White Dragon for us a little while ago. Draw a pair. Oh, we're actually. You know what? We might make it. I don't know if we want to, because Forso is a little awkward here. But technically we have a Pursuit Tenpai. Yeah. It was reasonable. Unfortunately, the other side wouldn't have dealt in. Waiting on the closed 5, but we were always going to reach on the thing there. On the 5-8 if we get the option. Doesn't matter too much. We're down a third. Haven't lost a great deal of ground, and we have a dealer turn to come. There's a lot of big hands, or at least attempts of big hands being said here. Also, Ishantin doesn't count in terms of big hands. Well, Solar is off. It's made South Dora, which makes it even more fun right now, doesn't it? Honitsu, possibly? It doesn't. Tenpai, arguably Tenpai for it doesn't count either, but you know. He is sitting north. Alright. Let's try this. Let's not try this. Everyone's determined to go for this. Unfortunately, Tudora, but Pibbles has the lead. I think we've learned how to feed somebody. It's not necessarily in our favor to keep doing that, though. But we're being rewarded with good hands. Yeah, we are being rewarded with good hands. I'm just going to get the 9-7 here. Okay, double Yakuhai. Alright, we'll take the Tenpai here. No, I think that was bad on my part, in all honesty. 4 was there safe. I think it's safe tiles in one direction, admittingly, but it's still. I don't know. It depends how valuable the other 2 hands were, and I don't know that. Still. Still, Tenpai to become dealer. Let's see what happens. I think this is just an full auto hand at this point here. I don't even have to... There's nothing I'm going to draw that's going to change anything, I don't think. Actually, no, that's a lie. I could technically get other things. But we'll take a few points off Solar. 1,000 points. Okay, so... Mangan for victory. Can we Mangan? Not quite at the moment. Oh, well, both games look like they're about to end at this same time, which is useful. So, let's see what we can do here. We need a Mangan, basically, or we just need to keep winning. South is played. 9 does nothing. I was about to say Dora 8, fair. Okay, red goes. Someone killed by Yakubeam. Dora 8 live white. Oh, okay. Sorry, I misread because I'm playing game and only vaguely looking at chat. Alright, east. He did look in trouble at the start, I've got to be honest, but that'll be an interesting one to review, I think. Triplet and 9s, you say. That actually is not bad for us at all. So, 2 away. The few ways this could yet go. White Dragon having improved safe is also useful for us. Okay. Ishan 10. Reach Nami, I think. Now, Pivotal's trying to close the game out. We're about to see. Actually, we're going to play the 6 now. It's a risky tile. I want to get rid of it now rather than worry about it. Okay, so we've launched Chiral into Tenpai. So, maximum risk then, I guess. Yeah. Is that enough to overtake? I'd assume it is, otherwise he wouldn't have taken it. Yeah, Toy Toy. No, I don't think that is. I wonder if Chiral miscounted that. But either way, he got Tenpai, took second, which I guess he'd be happy with. Oh, that's the thing. Alright, I can probably do one more today, in all honesty. And keeping up my trait of 1 freeze, I guess. I'm trying to rebuild that, so I need to win the next one. Actually, we did mean to watch how that double reach ended. Hold on. Before we start things off, we are going to go and see about that double reach. Actually, wait, no, in the case of watching it, I don't want to do this. I want to view the logs. Okay, so that is this for double reach? It's sad to be the double reach. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's just see how this eventually went. It went a long way into this game. So what was the state of play here? Yeah, okay. I sort of see that. A 5 was not necessarily safer, I guess. Actually, had a 5 been played? If 5 been played, that was clearly the answer, but oh well. Chance of getting first was dead in the water. Ah, fair enough. I wondered if you'd miscounted, that was all. Alright. Down to 700, got to... It was a good recovery round. Well done, sir. Okay. So we currently have 3 people queued up. One more for another game, if you want to do it. If not, then we will end the stream there, I guess. Which will give me time to work on similar... Hey, okay. The real battle is on, then. Mono versus me, yet again. Mono is almost guaranteed some points here. That probably wasn't the correct move with that hand, in all honesty, but, you know, sometimes you gotta. Alright, this is a really dangerous table. That's fair. Don't worry about it. Okay, well, this is my third game for tonight, and you know my third games are always terrible. Starting off, Demo has Double John. And Demo at times appears to have even more jam than I do. That being said, he's also a good player, so, you know, there's that. Okay, double red. Yes, Mono is back. Yep, as I say, sometimes he's more lucky than I am. Unfortunately, I don't have a hand I can go quick attacking for, because what I like to do against this sort of situation is just try to quick attack something. But we don't have a Yaku we can do that with. So we're going to have to do this slow and hope to just build up something reasonable here. 3 pin's safe, that's why we're holding on to it. Also, it might be useful. That's the other reason we're holding on to it. South does nothing. Okay. Don't deal in. I mean, that is great advice, and that's what I'm certainly going to try to do. Problem is, he could be waiting on just about anything. We're going to play our 9 pin out here. This leaves us potentially in trouble, but I can't really play 7 against him at the moment. And I'll be far happier playing the 8, I guess, based on everything. I mean, clearly the answer is I just draw another 9 terminals and just get the impossible hand. I mean, that's clearly the answer. Well, 1 down. 8 more to go. Seven more to go. 7 pin safe. Okay, 7 pin being safe is useful information. Also, useful information, Prospero is still attacking, so we need to be cautious of that. Well, I'm not taking that bet, but somebody else wants to. 6 pin's also safe to demo, which is worth noting, but the fact is we've got to worry about Prospero now. At least a little bit. We'll play 7 pin. Yeah, I felt like Prospero was attacking, so I imagine Prospero was 10 pipe or something. But, yeah. Unfortunately, you have to respect the dealer Mangan. If only I had future predicting powers, I might have taken that bet. Alright, so third on priority to Mono. We need to gain 1,000 points then. Probably a few more than 1,000 points, but hey. But hey, if Demo's going to keep doing this, then we need to, you know, secure whatever points we can grab. starting to come together a little bit. If we can get to sort of Pinfu Tudora, I'd be quite happy. So, hope to draw the free, hope to... Yeah, I mean, there's a few ways this could go, actually. I think we're going to go for the standard hand, even if this puts us onto a bad Ipeiko things. he offered 100 for the Nageshi attempt that I was kind of... Because I really had nothing else to do with the hand at that point, I part-joked that I had 9 Nageshi tiles, 9 more, and I could win, and I win. But Prospero dealt in before that happened, and also I dealt a non-Nageshi tile, because, you know, that is a thing I will occasionally do. Alright. Well, let's play safety for the first time, and see what we can do about Mono's Reach. If, in fact, we can do anything, which we might not. So when I free the 2 pins, once those already out of that point, thankfully we can play that and advance the hand a little bit more. So, not impossible that we draw a 6 and go for it, I suppose, here. Not going to go for it that way round, unfortunately. We could, I mean, I've got Tidora, but... Oh boy. Alright. So I could reach for the Ipeiko weight here, but there's only a few 9s left, so I'm reaching on the 6 anyway. And if I'm reaching on the 6 anyway, well, screw it. Reach, door 2. Hey, I'm always... If someone wants to give me 100 quid, I'm not going to object to it. There you go, Mono. No. Okay. Or be demo right now. But hey, I'm no longer what, 3rd on priority. I'm now 3rd outright. So that's got to be an improvement, right? This, though, should be okay. I mean, we luck into the 8-man draw here. We got an early Reach Dora hand, at least, so... Yeah, 9-pin. Fortunately, green is our pair, so we can't call it right this moment, but... Well, if we call it, we're basically going to the 4-7 thing there, I think. Ooh, okay. That changes things. Okay, Ishanten. 5-8. We'll have some of those points back. Not many, not enough of them, unfortunately. But hey, we're up to 2nd. And Demo's no longer dealer, so we'll take that as a thing for the moment. Okay, 3 pairs and a few things. Let's go 1 pin. Indeed, we'll take it. How greedy would... I'm going to wait a turn. This is possibly greed, but we're going to wait a turn and see what we can do with this. We're not keeping the south. which is correct because somebody could call it. Yeah, I guess so. I don't actually like that very much, but hey, we'll do it anyway. Mono is here, so clearly I'm thinking memes, even though I've got 5, and 5 isn't enough. I can't even really go for a Honitsu with this, but, you know. But quick hand to steal the dealership seems like a reasonable play right now. Okay, Ishanten. Love to call that because I could possibly force Chanter, but with one call made, I think we need to go for the more guaranteed thing. Which could well be a bluff Honitsu wait. Alright, I'm going to go with this way. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I've done there. But close 9-8 was probably correct to get rid of, I guess. Just was going to do that, I should have taken the 9 that was earlier. Well, we'll grab that. Play the Fated Sanzo of Doom and see what happens. Prospero thinking about this. I assume it's Prospero. We technically have more of them, so we're gonna upgrade to an unlikely 7. So, wait. We're going to risk it all for an extra Dora. And an extra win. So, an extra winner anyway. 2-5, so no. Well, that'll do. Need a few points anyway. White 1 for 2,000 points. Okay. Let's start with a West. So hope is we can draw an early Forso and just get the extra Dora. But we are dealer, so not the end of the world if we don't. Feeling that Tanyo is a very reasonable chance out of this. Mono doing his traditional Kokuchi start. Nice. Okay, so Tanyo seems to be the way we're going with this, so we are going to call 247 if it comes off. In the meantime, just hope to progress around everything else. 6-0 would be a great draw here as well. Another 4 wouldn't be terrible either, I guess. 2-0 would be fine. We're not going to go for the closed 8, though. So am I possibly doing a Manzu Honitsu attempt here? Yep, that's an okay draw. Means we're kind of reluctant to get the 6 at some stage, but Mono seems to be discarding middle Sozu tiles, so we might get that. That is a little unfortunate, given that we are the dealer. We have a safe tile that we can play, though, so we'll move on from that, I guess. I was hoping that would come out because of CG. Well, now I might give him some points here, but if that goes through, we're in a stronger position for everything else. He probably wants some Pinzu tiles, unfortunately for us. Well, Demo's also attacking it. Yeah, something in our hand Prospero wants. And we are now Ishanten. Okay, mono dropping Dora means he's got to have a hand. Seven's so safe. That is huge for us because that means we can hit Tenpai. Alright, so 7-4. For Tanyo 2. And we take it. We take 1,000 points from Mono, but more importantly, we get some points off of Demo. Not a huge win, but actually I'll take that given everything that was going on. Gap down to 4,000. It is a kid in game state, absolutely. Alright, so we have the ability to call anything. Still at least 3, but I Mungan now, I win the game. So that's the thought process here. If I can actually end the game if I manage it. Right. Red. I think what we're most likely just going for is a completed quick hand here, especially if we can get an early free pin, because Mono's doing his usual Mono things, which means I might get a random call I wouldn't normally expect this early. Like that, for example, but not the way round I wanted it. Oh, that is a great draw. That is a great draw. Okay, 2 away. Yeah, Mung and Sumo's enough, so... Let's play East now, because it's going to be a worry if we don't. Okay. So now it depends on whether Mono or I play the 7. He gets so much information out of this silly opener, but he clearly uses it. This is unfortunate, but if we can pair up either of these two, we have it. So we can just reach and hope, because if I can hit Ura, then we win. Alright, thanks, Rise. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you another time. So, not yet. We also, of course, have the ability to Karn this green, and we will be Karning the green if we get a chance to. True enough. He is continuing on with what he's doing, though, so... We're Rishanten at the moment, so I'm not too worried, but it's certainly a thing. Yeah, call for Tenpai. Not going to turn calls off because we might have this. Makes no difference, but he played both, so that really made no difference. Still. Oh, he's going for an outside hand. Does that make 8 more or less likely now that he's just a set of 9s? I mean, that's what he's going for, so the 8 now seems very safe to him. Well, cheap because we had to open it, but we prevented Mono from getting stuff, so that's always a plus. Alright, 22. I need 2,000 for the win. And we have Dora in the opener, pair of Norths. This looks okay. I think we actually play 6-man first here out of this one. We're going to follow up on Mono's weird stuff. He's done that sort of thing before, though. He's done that sort of thing. We might even go for Toy Toy here. I'm kind of debating that. I could still push the Honitsu here. Honitsu seems strong. Honitsu is what I need. Honitsu Dora is enough. Toy Toy would also be fine if I got this, because... Oh, okay, so we're just completing things too quickly, so... Okay, so we're Ishanten now, for at least Riichi and Dora. Even if it's on a... I mean, a North 1 pin is not a bad weight in the grand scheme of things here. Especially with Prospero on that, so yeah. Let's see. 9 doesn't do anything for us. Can't call that, but it's good that we've got early indications that we can play it. I wonder if Demo is trying to give away some points to somebody there. Or if he genuinely doesn't need that 5-pin. Well, we don't either, so, you know, we'll do exactly the same thing. Oh, Prospero's calling. So I think Prospero's Ishanten, because he wouldn't have debated that long on a hand that was definite. Haha. Well, I think this is my time to bow out of this one. Let's go one so. That I think we'll take, isn't it? We'll accept that. Okay, so we lose a little bit of ground to demo, but overall that's not bad. It just means we can't end the game by eliminating Prospero. I mean, we can still win the game by eliminating Prospero, but you know, we can't do it via easy dealer sumo anymore. Tudora. So if we can pair up whites, this is ideal. If we can't, then we'll just have to work around things. Also, I'm just going to have a light on with me 1 moment. Right, and west. I would love to win the game by eliminating Mono, but it seems unlikely based on the current point situation. Not impossible, I concede, but, you know, very awkward. Also, I spent all of last year trying to get Mono to deal into me for almost anything. And you know how many times he did it? Very few comparatively to the number of attempts. Especially for anything big. Tanya draw 12 would require a bunch of cards to happen. So far, not happened. That being said, though, the problem is we need to draw 3 so, or we need to draw 7 man. We might need to draw both. In fact, it is symbols. Well, this is looking kind of a thing. Okay. Your move. This could get to 12. The only way I can get to 12 is if I calm this. And also, don't reveal what... I mean... I've ended the game, I think, with... Actually, no, I wouldn't have done it. Let's say Hane. Riichi Patsu, concealed... Yeah, Hane, I just won it. Game over. GG. Well, we'll take that. Yapatsu, GG. GG. Yeah, sorry for the ridiculous amount of luck towards that. Both my kind of wins today were on that kind of level. Oh boy, I've played some silly Mahjong, but at least the luck has been kind of on my side, I guess. Well, I'm going to call that a stream. Thank you for joining me, those who did. I will update the tables a little more frequently, hopefully. I'll have them updated by the time this is done. I've currently updated match 1 of this, but yeah. Sure, I wasn't going to do much else with that, and I had all the values, so there was less chance of doing anything. But hey, things to debate and discuss for later. Alright, I will catch you another time. Until then. Also, has my camera been that weird all the way through this? Meme hand ruined. I'd argue meme hand won, but indeed.